Hey guys, this is Ben from Leaderville. Today we're going to be talking about the average. And this comes from a conversation I had with a youth pastor friend of mine, someone that is a good friend, and I've been mentoring him for a while, and he had this awesome idea that he came up with, and for a while we talked about what this idea would look like and how to implement. And it got really to the end, and he really confessed that he wasn't really going to do the idea, and it really it shocked me. And I thought, why not? This is a great idea. And he said this, and I'll never forget it. He just felt like he wasn't good enough. He felt like he wasn't someone like Mark Driscoll or Bill Hybels or whoever else with those people with their gifts, and that threw me back for a minute, because it shocked me in the sense that I wonder how many more people feel like that. I think I felt like that in a sense when starting up Leaderville. You go through these, is this even going to work? And especially when it was just me and Dave Ripper, who was just helping me along, and for the longest time it was just us, and it got hard. And so you doubt yourself with that. But I guess what really spoke to me and what God has shown me is that He uses average people to do unbelievable things. And so today I'm going to talk to you about the 4 truths about average. The first one is this: God uses more average people than gifted people. Think about it. I mean, there's only a few of those very talented, highly gifted, huge mega church people. But think about all the other people who serve in the church where God is using. There's a lot more of us than them. So keep that in mind. The next truth is this: that the key ingredient to success isn't the rock star. It's Jesus. It's always been Jesus. I have a friend who's planning a church, and they've been doing it for almost, I would say, 6 months, planning this out, and they got teams together, and they're fundraising the money, and we were meeting for coffee, and he just happened to say, okay, now we're waiting for and looking for is the right guy, the right person, the man. And I said, why? Well, why are what's this person going to do? And he goes, we really want a good face with the place. And I thought, well, why not you? And he's like, no, that's not me. I can't speak well. I can't get up and give sermons and inspire people or whatever else. But you see where the mentality is with that? Is that he's thinking that in order to be a success at his church plant, it means that he has to have this huge big name rock star. And that's not the truth. The third truth is this: is the church was made to be led by the average person, by the average people. When Jesus started His church, He didn't go to Caesar or Pilate. He didn't go to the most influential community leader He could find. He went to average people who didn't really have that big of an influence. He went to fishermen and tax collectors. And it's the same thing with you. He goes to you. You are the average person that can make huge difference for God. And that leads me into the 4th truth in this, is that, the truth is this: on the outside we look average, but on the inside we're unique, because that's how God has made us. And He's made us with so many unique giftings. And we look average on the outside, and that's how people look at us as average people. Be like, oh, he's just Ben, or he does that Leaderville thing, or he's just Jack, he just does that sales or whatever it is. But on the inside, God has made you to be an unbelievable influencer, an impactor for Christ. So my challenge for you is in seeing these videos, and I hope you look at these videos and think, man, if Ben can do it, then I can go out and do at least something. My challenge to you is to start today. Start now. Don't wait. I think the biggest thing that people do is they get in their mind to say, well, when I become more mature, and when I go to Bible college, or when God, when I see the clear vision that God says in my heart, I'll go then. When I've arrived, and then I'll go and I'll serve God. No, God wants to use you now, so get out and do something.